Namaste, world raisers and save soil. We're watching a Sadhguru video today. Krishna's insights on Dharma. If these are Krishna's insights, then they're going to be profound. I got a good feeling about this one. This was a request from our world sage, Sashank. This video doesn't have many views on the YouTube, but that doesn't mean it's not a golden nugget. We checked out the comments and it has one comment. Good. So this is going to be good. Let's watch it. It is Sadhguru after all, and he's talking about Krishna. So join us.
And Krishna gives you an insight into his own values of life. When you say Krishna, you're not talking about a person, you're talking about an entity.
Oh, yeah.
Or you're talking about a dimension beyond all entities.
Boom.
So in a way, he is giving you an insight into the mind of the creation. So, after Yudhishthira was coronated, Krishna went back to Dwaraka. Dwaraka was very prosperous and he saw too much affluence, and he tried to tell them, if you want to postpone the disaster of the Yadavas. He did not say avoid.
What?
He said, if you want to postpone, it is best that we put a cap on this affluence. But Yadavas are on a splurge. Now they have learned how to become wealthy. They're getting wealthier and wealthier, drunker and drunker, looser and looser in their life. More intoxicated, inebriated all the time, so naturally their society became a loose process.
It's just the people in the society, I guess.
Let us know.
And
Yeah,
Krishna was napping in the afternoon and he had a dream. In his dream, he saw men and women coming in endless processions, talking of Dharma, waiting to know what it was, himself unable to give a satisfying answer. Processions of people coming and coming towards him and going on asking questions about what is Dharma, what is this Dharma, that Dharma. And then he found his own answers are not truly fulfilling, something is lacking in this. He looked back, the Dharma they tried to implement and the effect of it, the pain and suffering the Pandavas went through, Panchali's struggles, the Kurukshetra war, the brutality, the things that he had to do to win the war, the things that he had to do to secure the kingdom for Yudhishthira. He looked back on all the various results that his own effort to implement Dharma brought about, and he shivered a bit when he looked back at his own life. Though everything was done with the best of intention, with the greatest power, assistance, still all that happened to so many people, because Krishna did not just go through situations. Whether it is Kauravas or Pandavas or just anybody, anything that happened to anybody, he made sure a bit of it happened to him, because he did not want to miss any experience. This is something, this is very important, what we're going to go through. This is something that every human being should know. When you cause a situation, whatever kind, it may be of just 2 people, it may be of 5 people, it may be 500 people, 5 million people, whatever kind of situation you are capable of causing. When you cause a situation, it is very important that you let yourself experience what is happening to everybody who is part of this situation. They think doing the work becomes more important than allowing the situation to be a part of yourself. Going through everything that everybody is going through right now is important, otherwise whatever your dharma may be, it will become a barren dharma, it will not be a live dharma. You are constantly allowing this to happen to you. So the pain of Panchali, the defeat of the Kauravas, the pain of death, the widows, the orphans, all these pains, in small proportions, Krishna stored it in his heart, and now in this dream, he allowed it to all find expression and his body shuddered because of the intensity of the experience. And he mildly opened his eyes and he saw Satyabhama's face, a calm face, fast asleep.
Don't know.
And he again closed his eyes. And he heard himself asking these men and women, "Do you know Dharma?" Because this whole experience of his life, he went through it within himself, he had accumulated it, now he found time. This nap is a metaphoric nap. Only people who have time on their hands can nap. So for the first time in his life, he's having time to nap
Oh, yeah.
after an intense life.
Yeah, that's right.
He's aged now
Incredible.
and he's napping. And he opens his eyes partially and looks at Satyabhama. She's fast asleep.
Oh, his wife.
He smiles
Hmm?
because Satyabhama has been napping all her life. Beauty sleep, you know. He is napping only now. All his life he's lived a hard, intense life, wanting to make something happen all the time. So he smiled and again closed his eyes and continued the dream. And he's asking the people, "Do you know what is Dharma?" I want you to get this. This is very important
Yeah,
because
I wanna get it.
probably most of you have always known Krishna stood there, yada yada dharmasyu.
Yada yada
Hi dharmasya
glanirabhavati
bhavati bharata.
So he asked, "Do you know what is Dharma?" "Yes," said one, "I know it." He's a profit-mad skinflint and he said, "My dharma is, wherever I go, I must make profit. My dharma is that I must take the maximum I can take from every given situation. That's my dharma."
Merchant.
Then Krishna said, "Your dharma is the child of greed. I know you not." And Krishna said, "But I will let you pass." The second man came. Krishna asked, "Do you know what is dharma?" The second man said, "I am pious. I have shrunk from the ways of sin, never murdered, never stolen, never whored. My way is the only righteous way." Krishna said,
Uh-oh.
"Your dharma is the child of fear. I know you not, but I shall let you pass." The third one came, a daredevil. He said, "I know my dharma. I have destroyed my enemies, for whoever opposes me is the seed of sin. I perform sacrifices, give in charity, and thereby proclaim my victory to the world. I feed the brahmanas, and my praises are sung by them. Your dharma is the child of vanity. I know you not," said Krishna, "but
Wow.
I shall let you pass." Then there came before him one who was meek and resigned. "I know dharma. No one else does," he said. "It is humility, unresisting. I suffer wrongs cheerfully. I bear hunger, thirst, cold, and even misfortune. That is the privilege of the meek spirit. This is the glory of dharma," he declared. Krishna
And?
said, "Your dharma is the child of a slave mind.
Ooh.
Your dharma is the child of a slave mind.
Aye.
which does not know the divinity within him. I know you not, but I shall let you pass.
Wow. Thought that
Then
was
came
gonna be a
another,
good one.
sly as a fox, and said, I know my dharma. I stand away from risky action and the dens of lions, walk the path of safety, which comes of peace and fearing the wrath of gods. Krishna said, your dharma is the child of cowardice. I know you not, but I shall let you pass. Then there came one who said, I know my dharma. It is to peddle the favor of the gods to those who open their money bags to me. I offer the hope of salvation to those who have none. Drunk with it, they dance in joy. Krishna said, your dharma is the child of a fraud. I know you not,
yeah, because of the money.
but I shall let you pass.
Bad. Leave the
Still
money
another
out.
came, who said, with an air of superiority, I know my dharma. It is to escape the snares of life, to repress the longings of the flesh. I scorn human weakness in myself and in others, and revel in stern detachment. I avoid contacts with men and live apart and superior to them. Your dharma is the child of arrogance. I know you not,
Clearly.
said Krishna,
Not a good one.
but I shall let you pass. And yet another came, satisfied with himself. I know dharma. My dharma, I lend money to the gods by giving alms to the poor. I enter what I give in a ledger, which Chandragupta, the divine accountant, will open when I appear at my death before the throne of Dharma. I will then present my bill and collect my dues with compound interest and live in comfort thereafter.
Oh dear.
Krishna said, your dharma is the child of commerce. I know you not, but I shall let you pass. Yet another came. His manner was unctuous, and he said, I know my dharma. I do not care what I do. I murder, steal, avenge. I chant the glories of the great God and turn my sin into song. I know He will forgive me. However wicked I am, God is merciful. Your dharma is the child of deceit. I know you not, but I shall let you pass. Then came another, with the mane of wisdom and words of a saint. My dharma is not to resist evil. I shall suffer in silence and shall inherit the kingdom of heaven. Let the wicked seek their foul destiny. They are no concern of mine. My martyrdom will win me glory. Your dharma is the child of inaction. I know you not, but I shall let you pass.
Yeah, passive.
Then another came, with his body fragrant like the lemon leaves, still smirking lips and well-oiled hair. All dharma is illusion. I eat, drink and enjoy myself as I like.
Pride.
My body is my only shrine. The pleasures of the flesh are my rituals of worship. Beyond them, there is nothing. After me, there is nothing. Krishna said, you are the child of a demon.
Oh?
I shall never forgive you,
Oh,
What?
and I will not let you pass.
What?
wow, everybody
This whole thing is the whole world, different types of people believing they are doing the right thing.
Yeah.
So here, Krishna is not talking as a living man. He's made his humanity sleep and his divinity speaks in his sleep. That is the metaphor of the nap. He is napping. That means the man is napping. The ultimate speaks and he says, all these people, no good, but they will somehow pass.
The video ended abruptly. Leaves me hanging a little bit.
Yeah, we were hoping for some sort of wrap up.
I need an explanation. I need a commentary on that teaching.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the commentary on that teaching? There
Come
might
on.
be a second part to that or something.
Yeah,
But
it'd be
anyways,
hard to
it's
find,
not right here, so let's interpret it ourselves, I guess.
Yeah, so for all of them, there has to be something that kind of unites them because he let them pass, right? So it
Yeah.
seems like, so all within delusion, but varying degrees of it, in the sense that, Krishna is still, accepting, because people are genuinely doing, their best, focusing on Dharma and what it means to them, even though it could be, kind of wrong and slightly, not hitting the mark as to the true Dharma, because true Dharma is righteousness for the world, right? But everybody had their own little selfish, motives behind it, but still focusing on something, greater than themselves, perhaps Dharma. But the last one was really delusion, and that's why I think he called him a demon, because he wasn't stating or behaving like there is a Dharma greater than himself. So he was caught up in this approach that his ego, the demon mind, is everything. It's all about me, and then sensual pleasures of the flesh, that's what I'm into, and that's what I'm going to do because there's nothing outside of me, right? And that's a very, tough place to get into if you're a spiritual seeker, and you can fall into that trap, even just going into non-duality and those types of teachings, and then thinking that, okay, everything is my mind and the universe is in my mind, and these are very high teachings, but to understand that, no, it's not your mind, it's not your ego mind, it's the mind of God that is everything. You're a small little fraction of that, right? So it's true in a very high context, but limited if you fall into that trap and think that your thinking mind is God, then there's a problem there. And it's not like Krishna is saying that, I don't forgive you and you can't pass. It's because there's an unwillingness there from the demon mind to pass. The demon doesn't want to acknowledge that there's anything greater than itself. So it's not like Krishna is saying, I'm going to punish you and you can't go to heaven and you cannot pass because you're a demon. No, it's the demon that cuts him off.
Nice.
So he cut off himself. So Krishna's just stating that you can't pass because you're not willing to open up your mind to acknowledge something, greater than yourself, right?
I love it.
So that's the big teaching, I think, in this video, is to understand that, okay, he's letting a lot of people pass, right? Even, the merchant who just wants to get money, and
The murderers.
the greed, even, the murderer, because, there is this striving in place, and it's important to see that even in the world. It's like most people are still trying to be good. They're trying, in their limited framework. It's like we're living in a world of good people. The problem is that we don't recognize that everybody's trying to be good, right? And then we become standoffish, and then everybody's kind of opposed, and everybody's in this fear state because we don't know where the other person's coming from, especially in a world full of different ideologies, belief systems, religions, spiritual paths. So much different. Separation by country, by race, by gender, by creed, everything, right? So we're all separated. So that's why when you get into the higher spiritual teachings, the benefit of them and why it's important to understand Dharma is that we're getting to evolve ourselves by letting go of the things that we are not, right? So letting go of our fundamental belief systems, our, anything that keeps us separated, our identity, because identity really is just a construct of the mind to say that I am this and I am that and I am this. I'm Canadian, I'm male, I'm a man, I'm a worker, I'm a welder. Yeah, that's a limited identity, so it's not ultimately true, right? So then once you get to access that and then understand it even intellectually, then you can see that everybody else is the same, right? So then we're cutting out differences, right? So yeah, and then all those first examples, the ones that he let pass, they all had still carrying their limited identities, right? But still trying to do Dharma and trying to be good. And that's that intention that will eventually raise them up. That's why he says, I'll let you pass, because you're trying to do good. So then in your next lifetimes, perhaps that stuff will be, you know, purified, and then there'll be an upward progression. It's not like it's going to be like a rocket ship, because many of them weren't actual spiritual seekers. They were still very much caught up in their work and what they're doing and their identity, right? But they'll still pass, and that's the evolution of mankind on this planet up until this point, right? We're in the Kali Yuga now, so that we know that there's going to be a real significant degeneration happening, but right now we're in the grace period. And I do believe,
according to Roger,
according to me, and anybody else who wants to believe that. But I'm not the only one. There is teachings that in the Kali Yuga, there's a 10,000 year grace period. We also heard it from Buddhist teachings as well. I don't know. But anyways, take it or leave it. But I believe that's what's happening, because we have access to teachings right now, right? So there's going to be this...
all teachings.
Yeah. Spiritual teachings, spiritual masters are around. Eventually that's going to get wiped out somehow. So we got this tiny little grace period of another 5,000 years remaining, where we can focus on ourselves and really take advantage and evolve, transcend. Maybe Krishna will let us pass higher and higher and higher, but we have to do the work. We can't just, you know, fumble around in the dark, you know, and that's fine for people that are not yet ready or on the path. If you're watching this video, then you're on it. You got to be, or you wouldn't have made it this far. So in that sense, yeah, it's up to us. It's up to you, you know, to take advantage. It's an individual, you know, effort to fixate our mind on the divine within, to God, a deity, the highest truth, and then really focus on what is actual Dharma and what is it for me, because it's going to change and shift depending on what you're holding in mind, your belief systems, your identity, right? So we got to evolve the identity as well, higher and higher, until the identity dissolves.
Beautiful. So let us know how you would answer Lord Krishna's question.
Oh yeah, what is Dharma?
What is your Dharma?
What is your Dharma? Yeah, let us know. What is your Dharma?
We're gonna write something down. Like, I have to think about that a little bit. But we'll be in the comment section too.
Let's do it.
We'll write it. And then let's see if anybody would pass.
Yeah, anybody gonna pass?
Yeah, you can go into other people's and say pass, not pass.
So this video where he cut off there. So I'm sure in his talk, like, I'm hoping that the story went on, and then there was an example of somebody who did. Who was correct, who nailed it. And
I was looking for the what to that one.
Like a bhakti shows up.
So this was like a teaser.
Or a karma yogi or somebody, and then.
But you know what? Maybe there is no. Maybe everybody who would go there and be asked would not pass.
No, there would be some positive examples of somebody, because he's saying your Dharma is the Dharma of a demon, the Dharma of pride, the Dharma of lust, or whatever else, right? There would be some that he would say, oh, your Dharma is the Dharma of love, right? There has to be some. Okay. There's a whole spectrum, right? So.
The Dharma of love. Aww.
You know, or the
I'm gonna go for that one. I'm gonna try and put it.
The Dharma of love.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, let's leave it at that.
Fantastic.
Happy contemplating what is Dharma and
contemplate your Dharma and let us know. And just remember that if you made it to the end of this video with us, that I will speak for the very first time on this channel on behalf of Supreme Lord Krishna.
Oh God, help me. What's happening?
If you made it this far, you may pass.
Okay.
Congratulations. So let us know. Remember, we have to have fun on our spiritual journey. It's about becoming joyful, happy. Remember, nothing is a super big deal, because we are on the path. And to be on the path, technically that's another interpretation of this video, just to be on the path and to try to do Dharma, in a sense means that you're already saved, right? Because you're on the upward journey. You pass. Peace.
Thank you.